Hello everyone, welcome to Wine Styles Ankeny 10-minute tasting. Today we're going to focus both on food and drink. So with the sun shining brightly, we're seeing lots of kids outside playing in the sprinklers. People are starting to think about doing some picnics and some get-togethers. We thought that we would bring to you a really great versatile snack food and dessert and pair that with a wonderful Riesling, which is great for the summer. So we're going to talk about the Bella Cucina preserved lemon cream. Cheyenne's going to share some great little recipes, and she even made some that we're going to be trying here today with us. So this is perfect for summer. It is diced preserved lemons that are folded into a really nice tangy cream, and they use the whole egg so that way it gets a really nice creamy texture. A little bit dense, almost pudding-like, but as I mentioned, super versatile and just absolutely perfect for these bright summer days ahead. So Cheyenne, these look phenomenal. Tell us a little bit about these and about how you can use the preserved lemon cream.
Yeah, so lemon cream is super versatile. You can put it on toast. It's perfect in parfaits like what we'll be trying, and it's lovely in crepes if you want something that's light and refreshing. There's so many different uses that you can use with this particular lemon cream. For example, a strawberry lemon cream shortcake would be absolutely phenomenal for a nice summery dessert because strawberries and lemon go great together.
Shortcake is one of Paul's favorite things. So I think that would be perfect.
We'll be making a batch of that.
And you can see on this one, which Cheyenne will tell us a little bit more about, but the beautiful red, bright strawberries.
Yes.
So it just looks so cute and yummy.
And another one that you don't even have to turn the oven on for is a lemon cream dip, which is just the lemon cream folded in with some whipped topping. And it's really easy. You can bring it to a picnic if you don't know what to bring, and people will absolutely love it because it's nice and refreshing. And since it's going to be super hot apparently this summer, it's perfect to go with those hot days.
So we'll put it in a nice little fancy bowl and walk in, and it'll look like you worked really hard.
Yes.
You just stopped at the store and folded a few things together, so that's perfect.
So our wine pairing today with these delicious, refreshing desserts is a refreshing wine. It's a Riesling. This Riesling is an off-dry Riesling from the central coast of California, and we specifically paired an off-dry Riesling because although these desserts are not terribly sweet, they do have a sweet note. And one of the rules, I guess we can call it a rule, or at least a guideline of wine pairing, is that the wine should be at least as sweet as the food that you're drinking. So you would not want a bone dry example of any white wine along with a sweeter dessert. And so off-dry meaning there's just a little bit of residual sugar, just a little hint of sugar in the wine, and so it should pair perfectly with the lemon cream desserts.
So I'm ready to dig in. So
Yes.
You mentioned the parfait, and I see some yummy like granola.
Yes,
on top.
so this is a lemon cream parfait folded in with Greek yogurt, and we have some ginger snap granola on top. All homemade, of course.
That is great. And look how cute this presentation is. She just used like little ball jars. So again, perfect just to make ahead of time. Set out for that picnic, just little individual serving sizes. These are adorable. This is really good.
And especially for a summertime picnic dessert, these they just make your mouth water just because of the nice tart lemon flavor. And it really pairs well with Riesling. Riesling is a very floral wine, so it's a grape that takes on a lot of the characteristics of where it's grown, but always has a very floral aromatic quality to it. So it pairs really well with tarts and other dessert foods. The home of Riesling is Germany, but Riesling is grown all over the world. It is one of the most popular white wines in the world. And it can range anything from a very, very sweet Riesling. Some people identify Riesling with the sweet wines that we may have been used to in the United States 10 years ago. But Riesling runs the gamut from a very sweet dessert wine to a bone-dry example, and off-dry being just a little bit of residual sugar. So they don't add sugar. The sweetness comes from stopping the fermentation before all of the sugar in the grape juice is fermented. So It really pairs perfectly with what Cheyenne has made for us today.
That is absolutely great together because with the lemon cream, it does have that hint of sweetness to it, but that tang. So I think if we had anything too sweet, it might just
It overpowers it. And it's just such a great balance between the floral notes in the Riesling and the tanginess, the zestiness of the parfait.
And one of the main characteristics also of Riesling, and which makes it such a good food wine, is even in the sweeter varieties, when the winemaker stops fermentation and makes it sweet, there's still a very nice acid level. The Riesling grape has a very high acid level to begin with, and so that acid is maintained. And unlike some overdone Chardonnays or other sweet wines where you lose that bright acidic characteristic, Riesling, it keeps it. It's all there.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very mouth-watering, very refreshing.
And this is not being kind of semi-sweet or off dry. This would be perfect with seafood too, whitefish or oysters.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not too sweet to have with your meal, so it would be a really versatile wine to take all the way from the meal to through desserts.
So when you come in to pick up a bottle of Riesling for the dessert course, maybe consider an off-dry one, and you can get 2 or 3 bottles and just have it with all of the courses at a dinner at a picnic.
And speaking of dessert,
tell us about
we do
what else
actually have a dessert.
All right, I'm excited about this one.
This is a lemon mug cake.
Okay.
No oven needed. All made in the microwave.
That is great.
So with this one, you would take the lemon cream, you fold it in with flour, sugar, all your basic cake ingredients, and I topped it with some strawberries and some whipped topping that I made earlier today because apparently I have to make ice cream cakes since I can't turn the oven on. But yeah, I feel like this one is probably going to pair very well with the Riesling because of the tartness in the cake and the floral notes of the Riesling.
It almost has the texture of a flourless chocolate torte. You made us that torte. You've actually made it for us a couple of times.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. It has that same dense, just moist, mouth-watering texture. I love it.
And I'm not just saying this because we're putting on a presentation and Cheyenne's sitting next to me. This is one of the best desserts I've had. I mean, it is so good. And I love that you can just make it in the microwave because otherwise we end up making a big, huge cake and then eat too much of it or waste it. So this is
actually all that the recipe that I used made. So it's, if you wanted to eat all of it by yourself, you definitely can. Otherwise, you can share it with people.
Yeah, and besides the preserved lemon, we have a similar one, the key lime spread. And so this is great. We've used this several times when we've hosted people over. We have these cute little tarts, or you can make just a little pastry shell, put a little bit of key lime spread in there, some homemade whipped cream on top of it, and again, super easy, refreshing, great for
They are so nice because they're little bite-sized flavor bombs. I mean, they're amazingly good.
Absolutely. Well, Cheyenne, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to getting off air and finishing these. Good thing we didn't have lunch yet because these are so good. So super excited to share recipes with all of you guys so you can be kind of the star of your next picnic and get together. And as Paul mentioned, definitely when you stop in, check out our Riesling section and ask us what we would recommend, whether you're looking for that sweet or that off-dry, something a little bit more versatile. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us again for our 10-minute tastings. Go out, enjoy the beautiful weather that's coming ahead, and make some yummy desserts or snacks, and enjoy it with a nice, cool, crisp Riesling. So have a great rest of your evening, and thanks for joining us.